So, some of you might wonder why I'm staring at a horse at the Hell Stables near the old southern world border. That and many other questions will soon be answered in this, the 7th episode of the Tales of Iskallia. Greetings, YouTube. DJ Bonebreaker here for yet another episode of Tales of Iskallia. I realize it's been about 4 months since I last uploaded anything, but the thing is, I've been incredibly busy those past 4 months. I've literally been home like maybe 6 weekends, if even that. So I just haven't had time for recording and editing. But I have been, keeping up with things on the server and such. Also, a big shout out to all my subscribers, because I also realize, and again, I'm a bit late on this as well, but I just hit 100 subscribers last month, and I mean, well, that might not be anything compared to, say, like, Iskallia 88 or any other hermit crafters. That's a huge deal for me, because when I started recording these videos 2 years ago, I think, almost, I only had maybe like 15 subscribers, so thanks guys for, actually watching this stuff. But as you can see, to get on with this episode, I have actually built or started the nether tunnel going to Jomsborg and some other areas. One of which is there's a jungle that's a fair ways away in the southeast, because they recently expanded the, well, for starters, let me back up here. First, they upgraded the server to 1.14 about a month ago. And in doing so, they reset the area outside the world border for the last time, and then expanded the world border from 8,000 blocks to 14,000 blocks. So there's a lot of cool new stuff. Like, one of the things I'll show you at Jomsborg, and yeah, the reason I put these here is there's like some pre-existing nether tunnel that somebody dug that was like unfinished, so that way they still have access to it. But it doesn't, uglify my nice tunnel. And this is the way that's headed towards the super secret project, which, as you can see, it needs a lot of work, and it needs a lot more tunnel built too, because I got about 1,000 blocks to go, give or take. But first of all, I want to show you the situation around Jomsborg. And yeah, I've got some materials here for the tunnel project and other miscellaneous stuff. But first, yeah, I built the tunnel and calculated where the portal should come out, and as you can see, I was a little bit off. This portal was supposed to come out on top of that hill over there, but instead it comes out on the sandbar, which is a bit of a problem, because I was planning on removing this entire sandbar to about an outline about here or so, to make this into a nice little harbor. So I'm thinking about doing is moving the portal to the top of this hill, putting it inside a building of some kind, build a bridge across there, and have that go into Jomsborg. Jomsborg itself hasn't been changed that much, because I really haven't had time to work on it. But as you can see, all the villagers, except for the 2 or 3 that I traded with prior to the update, are now unemployed. And this actually also barely counts as a village, because, and the only reason it counts at all is because I have my bed here, which the villagers are now using, so I try not to get caught out here after dark. But one of the more interesting developments near Jomsborg, although unfortunately I can't take advantage of it because someone else has claimed it, is, chunk loading seems to be rather laggy today. But you should be able to see it from the top of this hill here. Oh, look, there's a raiding party. But guess what? You guys are about to get raided. Wish I brought my crossbow along. Oh, hi, Mr. Raid Leader. Please don't hurt me. Okay, this could be tricky. Oh wait, I didn't get Bad Omen because he burned to death. Ha! That's awesome. Good to know. So if you have a flame enchanted, pro tip, if you have a flame enchanted bow, just let the raid leader burn to death, and then you get the banner but no Bad Omen. Yeah, the cool thing about these, they're even called an ominous banner, dun dun dun. But the cool thing about these banners is they are literally unable to be created or duplicated in survival mode because they have too many patterns on it. So you literally have to kill a raid leader in order to, or what they call pillager captain, in order to even get them in the first place. Now, yep, you can kind of see where someone's been working on it. I wish I'd have moved a bit faster when they updated the server because it would have been close enough for me to claim it. But yeah, there's a pillager outpost right here. And it looks like they've decided to spawn-proof this entire area, whoever claimed it, and are turning it into a pillager farm. So I'm not going to, mess with it, whoever's it is. But yeah, I happened to stumble across it the other day when I was exploring down here for berry bushes, which I got some berries and also got some of the new cornflowers. But anyways, I'll see you guys again when I get back to the main village at Beinbrexburg on Torfmoor. Alright, now that I'm back at the main base, I was going to give you a quick tour of some of the updates. First thing should be apparent right here is that I've upgraded the lighting system in the base. That's right, no more torches in the interior. I replaced them all with lanterns. And Lily has, she's also changed her in-game name to Lily Chaos Goddess from Periodic Chaos. Excuse me, ragweed season, and according to my best friend, who has an app for that kind of thing because he's got bad allergies, the ragweed pollen is literally off the scale, so I apologize for any sneezing or stuff like that. But anyways, yeah, Lily's gotten one of the two nitwit villagers that she had sitting there. I wish she'd, get the other one. So I can, maybe do something else with the nether portal room. But yeah, I've upgraded not just the lighting in the basement, but I've also upgraded, as you can see, there are no longer any obvious levers. They're just two very almost hidden stone buttons now. I've completely revamped all the redstone for the secret door, and I did hit the wrong button. Okay, so yeah, you hit that button, and then that button, and bam. And like I said, I want to see about expanding the netherwort farm a bit, because I found out that high-level cleric villagers with the new trade, who have the new trades on the new trading system, not the ones who still have their old trades from 1.13, they'll actually buy like 22 netherwort for an emerald. So I might see about expanding it back, and well, I can't expand over this way because that will go into the into this area here. So But the other cool thing is if I want to, you know, be like a reclusive person, I can actually shut the door from the inside, and then nobody will be able to know that I'm down here. Yeah. So yeah, that's my new secret door mechanism. I'm rather pleased with it. I actually came up with it for the most part on my own. I mean, I used the one T flip-flop that, well, modified version of a T flip-flop that Mumbo Jumbo featured in one of his videos. But I mean, aside from that, I figured out how to route all this stuff to get all the pistons to work and everything, and it, well, it works. But anyways, moving on up. Yeah, like I said, I also been working on the garden. You know, there's some of those new cornflower flowers that give you blue dye and oak crepes. It's dark out. Right, anyways, where was that? Oh yeah, got the new courtyard garden. Well, added some, you know, flowers and stuff, and yeah, I got some berry bushes to, you know, hurt myself with. Well, I mean, for emergency food stash. And one of the nice things about them upgrading to 1.14 is you can finally have codfish. And as soon as I get a name tag, I'm going to name this one Press Button Behind Castle X2. Just because. I mean, I've already got all the other, like, you know, banners that are like that I made as a commemorative of the Hermit Civil War, so I figured I might as well have one of the biggest spoon moments. And yeah, I've got some of the new crafting and repair blocks that they've added. This is really handy for like when I go on a trip to the Wither Skellington farm or one of the other farms. I'll just take like all the gold swords, fill up a shulker box with them, you know, if I don't have enough gold and blaze rods for that. And you make sure that they're all enchanted. Put them in this thing, disenchant them, and then melt them down in my furnace to get more gold nuggets. I still don't have enough gold to make a beacon pyramid. But unfortunately, the Iron Titan got broke by 1.14. Which everybody knew was going to happen, and so far we haven't got a replacement iron farm in place, so I'm kind of, you know, wanting to keep my iron, you know, to conserve it, so I'm not wasting it on beacon pyramids, because iron is actually incredibly useful for a lot of stuff, whereas gold is not so much. And like I said, you can just farm gold by using the Wither Skeleton farm, or they recently added a some people added a new public gold farm in the overworld using nether portals, like a huge stack. I've seen someone do this before, but basically create like a huge stack of nether portals in the overworld, because there's like a certain % chance of zombie pigmen spawning outside one. And it works like that, but because it's passive, it doesn't have the near as high a gold yield that I can get from the Wither farm using my looting 3-sword. Oh yeah, this is not the original Schweitzer Zabel. The original Schweitzer Zabel met an unfortunate end when I was at the Ender a couple weeks back, and I accidentally threw it into the cactus instead of the stack of Ender pearls, so it's like, oops. But anyways, moving right along. As you can see, I've completely redredged, and terraformed this whole area around this slip that I have for the end ship. I was kind of conflicted about basically erasing the last of the natural coastline along here. But on the other hand, it makes my village seem to be more, and castle to be more like a cohesive structure. Because you got this area that technically isn't walled in, so mobs could theoretically just waltz right in. but it's all fully lit up, and it's surrounded by water, so it's not easy for them to get to. And any mobs that be stupid enough to go in through that, try to invade through this area, would be getting hit by either the castle or the village, the inner village walls. And then you've got this, you know, wall right here. And I think it actually looks better this way because you got this nice, like, cohesive stone jetty thing for the slip. And it's now connected to both the main roadway the whole way around and in through the village walls. And let me try to get up out of here real quick. But yeah, today's main project, I'm thinking, is going to be finishing up these two towers here, so that the outer ward of the village, at least the walls, will be finished. I'm still not entirely sure what all I want to build out here. I do know two of the things I want to build are two fully automatic bamboo farms that are going to be based on the sugarcane farm design that I came up with much earlier in the series. And speaking of which, so you can see my sugarcane farm still running and everything. I'm thinking about maybe adding an additional 2 observers to either end on both sides to increase the rate at which it harvests stuff. Because right now it only harvests when that center block of sugarcane gets to full height. So it means it's slightly less efficient than it should be. But that'll probably be something for later. And yes, as you can see, the 1.14 broke my cute villager texture and resource pack, so I need to see about coming up with something to replace that, maybe. But I have made it so all my villagers are 1.14 compliant now. And yeah, I got this weaponsmith here up to high enough level to sell bells, so now the town hall actually fits its intended function. During the later part of the day, you'll see villagers gathered around the town hall. And yeah, I've got a couple iron golems in here. Speaking of which, this is one of the more hilarious fails for iron golem spawning. The most hilarious one is I had an iron golem spawn in the attic of the church and it immediately died. But this guy just spawned up here and he just spends his day walking around the upper floor of the town hall. As soon as I get a name tag, I'm going to rename him Mr. Mayor, just because. But anyways, what I'm going to be doing next before I actually get into the finishing up those 2 guard towers is I want to, since I'm still waiting on the netherrack to finish smelting in the nether bricks, and thanks to the working the wither farm for like about 45 minutes spread over the past couple of days, I have more blaze rods than you can shake a stick at. So just make sure I got enough blaze rods in these furnaces to keep this whole process going. But anyways, while we're waiting for that, I might as well put my banner up on the wall somewhere for a trophy. Yeah, I already got one earlier. Funny story about that banner there, which has 2 pillager heads beside it, is I killed a pillager captain, got bad omen, but then when I was taking the long way trying to avoid villages till I got back here and could trigger the raid here, I was swimming across the ocean. There's this base in the southern area that looks like Sandy Squirrel's house in SpongeBob SquarePants, and apparently they had some villagers there, and they're close enough to their bed for it to register as a village. So I see the raid start, but then it immediately disappears because the thing was completely surrounded by ocean, and raids can't spawn in water. So I like to imagine that they tried to raid the village, but they all drowned because, you know, the pillagers aren't that smart. But anyways, what I want to do today, while waiting on that netherrack to smelt, is I want to go north in the nether tunnel to the new northern world border, because there's this one player on the server by the name of Kirk9393, and he decided to go like on this massive linear exploration mission of doom out the new northern world border portal. And one of the things that he found was, oops, I didn't mean to shut that yet, but one of the things that he found up there excuse me, was a massive jungle with a bamboo jungle like attached to it, that just about 1,000 blocks, if even that, from the northern world border portal. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking my horse up there, riding like the wind, and ooh, I just thunked of something. Need to make sure I got an extra inner chests, or at least get my bed, because I wasn't sure what time it is. Let's just grab my spare bed here. Yeah, I'm riding my horse with my bed in my hand. Because Minecraft logic. But anyways, I'll see you guys when I get to the northern portal. Okay, well, I had to leave my horse behind because, well, unlike the southern tunnel, there has been almost no work done on the northern tunnel to, past the old border. I think the reason why the southern tunnel has far more work done on it is because it's also where the Wither farm's located. So I guess they wanted to, make that nicer. Anyways, so as you can see, we're gonna have to hoof it on foot. That is, not on horseback. Anyways, I'll see you when I get to the new northern border portal. Okay, we finally made it to the north world border portal, but as you can see, the current nether hub connection is basically a freaking death trap. I honestly don't know how I'm going to survive, but you know what? I'm just going to duck out here real quick and... whew. Yay, the northern border. Hopefully we can grab our bamboo and make it back without dying horribly. And losing all of our stuff. Because that would be bad. Hello, what have we got here? Looks like we found a shipwreck. I wish my inventory wasn't so full. I can grab that. Is there anything I can get rid of here? Not really. So we'll just leave that for now. Suspicious stew. Yeah. I think I'm gonna pass on that. I had enough of that kind of stuff when I was in the Navy. Anyways, moving right along. We should be getting to the jungle relatively soon, so I'll see you when I get there. Just figured that, might as well make note of that shipwreck. Alright, we have finally arrived at the, not just the jungle, but we've actually arrived at the bamboo jungle. Ooh. So yeah, we ought to be able to get our fill of bamboo here. But man, I just love this biome because, well, as some of you know from real life. Hey, alright. I did it. I got the achievement again. Lol. Anyways, but yeah, you know that some of you should know from real life that I'm a bit of a bamboo aficionado. I have like 6 different species of bamboo planted outside my house right now. So yeah, so anyways, let's go grab us some bamboo so we can get our bamboo farm started. Yeah, and I've been kind of deliberately holding off on getting bamboo until I could actually make this episode because, I wanted that to be kind of like the point of the episode. So try to get about a stack of bamboo, I'd say. Okay, we've got a full stack of bamboo, so it's time to head on back to the world border portal. But yeah, I'm totally not looking forward to that because, like I said, that entire path, at least the last part of the path, is a freaking death trap. But anyways, I'll see you guys when I get back to my base with my bamboo, hopefully, and not get knocked off the rickety netherrack bridge over a giant lava pool by freaking gas. Hey, look, it's a fox! Okay, anyways, enough distractions. I'll see you guys when I get back to my base. Okay, managed to make it back to the portal for my base without dying, although came awful close to dying thanks to a blaze of all things. I was thinking gas would knock me off the narrow netherrack bridge with their stupid fireballs, but when I was widening the bridge with some of the stone that I collected from outside the world border, as you can see I don't have any more stone anymore, I got hit repeatedly by the machine gun fireballs from a freaking blaze, and it knocked me right off the edge. Thankfully, it was solid ground and not lava underneath, so I only was reduced to about 3 hearts worth of health, and I was able to get back on and get out. But I am not going to be going that way again anytime soon. But yeah, let's try to see if I can have enough nether bricks or what have you to finish up this particular floor, at least of the towers, before I go back in and check on the furnaces. So I'll see you when I get done building as far as I can with the materials I have on hand. Okay, so I didn't quite get the second floor finished, but that wasn't because I ran out of nether bricks, which I almost did, but rather because I ran out of stone due to using up all my stone rather foolishly, well, not foolishly, but in an attempt to make the northern nether tunnel slightly safer. I'm gonna see if I have more stone in this little Project Shulker box that I have here before I go fire up the stone generator. I don't have nearly enough what I'm going to be needing, so I'm probably going to have to fire up the stone generator here for a bit. And I'll get back to you once I get these, the second floor on both these towers done. Okay, now that we have enough nether brick to work with, we should be able to get at least one of these things done before it gets dark again. Alright. Right, as I was saying, we should now have enough nether bricks to work with to finish at least one of these 2 towers. So, time to get cracking with that. First, I want to finish the second floor of this tower here. Yeah, I think that wandering trader is having a little bit too much fun drinking them potions, if you know what I mean. You're like, are you sure that's just an invisibility potion there, buddy? Okay, aside from the roof, these towers are just about finished. So all you need to do is make a crap load of spruce stairs, and I already have enough planks for purposes. Get this roof put on, and we can call these towers and the outer fortifications of the village finished. So without further ado, I'm going to get right on that. Okay, as you can see, I have got both the towers done now. So the outer wall of the outer ward of the village is now finished. But that's all the time I have left for this episode. But before I sign off, I'd like to mention that I have not forgotten about the Whack-A-Mole Chronicles. In fact, I have 2 more episodes planned, and which will bring the total number of episodes to nice even 25. And I plan on sending that particular single player world that I've been messing around with for the past 3 years now. Give it, proper send off. And next episode that I'll be recording here will be me setting up some fully automatic bamboo farms in this section of town here. So anyways, until next time, this is DJ Bonebreaker signing off.